very good day to all our viewers. I am Shalini Kumar from Spiritz TV and I am going to tell you all that has been happening in the alcobev and hospitality sectors in the past week. And let me tell you, it has been a very happening week. We celebrated the third edition of the Spiritz Selection Awards for 2022 at a sparkling event. You can catch all the action on Spiritz TV, our digital channel. But before that, here is all the booze news making headlines in your neighborhood and around the world. Kerala residents to pay more for alcohol even as the outlets in the states go through a makeover. Indians are drinking more, though just a bit more, says a study by Lancet. Goan legislator wants to take Feni to the world, asks the government to allow export of the local cashew brew. Sula Vineyards announces IPO. UK retailer marketing the Big Lie whiskey to commemorate Boris Johnson's exit from 10 Downing Street. In Germany, get 1 liter of beer for 1 liter of sunflower oil. Royal debut for Royal Ranthambore whiskey in the US. Leela Bengaluru launches signature wine label. Distill now serving up Amarula African gin. Japanese sake creates own category to compete in the Spiritz Selection Awards. Here is the policy news in detail. Rising costs will now hit home in Kerala, where tipplers will soon have to pay more for their daily drinks. Kerala Excise Minister M.V. Govindan informed the State Assembly that due to the increase in the cost of the raw materials used for producing IMFL, the state-run Bevco has been facing a loss of 3 to 4 rupees per bottle in the production of its top brands. Though consumers may have to pay more, they will get better service. The Kerala State Excise Department wants to do away with the queue system at liquor outlets and transform them into premium walk-in outlets. In fact, the government has already given the nod to the Kerala State Beverages Corporation to open 243 new premium walk-in liquor outlets in the state. This will almost double the number of liquor outlets run by the Beverages Corporation, which now stands at 267. Of these, 175 are new outlets and 68 are the ones that were shut down by the previous UDF government. The location for the new vents has been decided based on the population, accessibility to existing shops and convenience of tourists. The final decision will be taken after getting inputs from local self-government bodies and residents so as to minimize public objections. Each van will have 2000 square feet area and will feature amenities like parking lots, toilets and drinking water. The Chhattisgarh government has decided to increase the additional excise duty on alcoholic beverages in Chhattisgarh in order to meet its excise revenue target for 2022-23. The revenue has been earmarked for development projects like the Gotham project, where the government has created income opportunities for youth through communal ventures like turning parali into organic manure. Indians are beginning to like their alcohol more, though just a wee bit more, found a study by renowned medical journal Lancet. Lancet has concluded this after comparing the drinking habits of Indian men and women from 30 years ago and now. The maximum increase has been seen in the age group of 40 to 64-year-old males. The meta-analysis by Lancet showed that their alcohol consumption has gone up by 5.63% since 1990. This was followed closely by males in the 15 to 39 age group, where a 5.24% jump was seen. The senior group of above 65-year-old males has also shown an increase in alcohol consumption, though by only 2.88%. Indian women have failed to keep up with their male counterparts, showing only a 0.08% increase in the 15 to 39 age group and a 0.15% increase in the 40 to 64 age group. The senior category above 65 has in fact shown a decline in alcohol consumption. The study has estimated that 79.9 million men and 5.39 million women consume alcohol in India. It's time for break. Don't go anywhere. I am coming back.
Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop, lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach. I just do what comes natural.
Sterling Reserve, come alive.
Welcome back. If Goa MLA Devia Rane has her way, Feni may soon make its international debut. The BJP MLA, taking up the cause of the cashew farmers in the state, lamented that the cashew apple from which Feni is made is largely wasted. Speaking in the State Assembly, she said that if Feni is allowed to be sold nationally and internationally, it would not only prevent wastage of the cashew apple but also bring in revenue through excise duty. Goan Feni is GI tagged, but we can't sell it outside our state. There is no permission. It can't be sold in national and international market, she said. If we get permission to sell it in other states and internationally as well, as it has wide scope and demand, it will help to increase production and thus new distilleries will come. This will ultimately help cashew farmers, she said. If you love the offerings of Sula, here is your chance to own a piece of the pioneering wine-making brand of India. The Nasik-based vineyard, India's largest winemakers, are now bringing out their IPO and will be selling upwards of 2.5 crore plus shares, which have a face value of 2 rupees each. However, the date of selling or value of the IPO has not been decided yet, though all the proceeds will go to the selling shareholders. Sula has filed draft papers with the market regulator, Securities and Exchange Board of India. This makes Sula the first only wine manufacturer in India to file an IPO, though not in the broader alcobev industry. Earlier this year, Allied Blenders and Distillers, makers of Officer's Choice Whisky, had filed its draft red herring prospectus with SEBI. Extraordinary situations demand out-of-the-box solutions. So, when the Russia-Ukraine crisis threw sunflower oil supply into a dizzy, a German pub owner decided to go the barter way to make up the shortfall. He launched an exchange offer, 1 liter of beer for 1 liter of sunflower oil. And that is how the schnitzels are being fried in the Geisener brewery in South Munich. So far, around 400 liters of oil have been acquired in exchange for beer. It's time for break. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
OC Glue. Taste the thrill.
Welcome back. And now I am going to tell you about some new launches. The Royal Ranthambore Heritage Collection whiskey has made its debut in the United States of America. Coming from the stable of one of India's largest distillers, Radico Khaitan, this blended whiskey is inspired by the Ranthambore's land of majestic tigers and legendary kings. It's now available in stores as well as online. Royal Ranthambore is made up of blended single malts from different geographical regions made from 100% malted barley and blended with oak infused Indian neutral grain spirit that makes up the royal blend. Today we have Sanjeev Banga, President International Business Radico Khaitan with us. Welcome Sanjeev to News This Week on Spiritz TV. And congratulations on launching Royal Ranthambore Heritage Collection whiskey in the United States of America.
Thank you very much, Shalini, for inviting me for News of the Week. And it's always a privilege talking to you and your audience.
Sanjeev, now tell us that who are your target consumers in the United States of America? And also tell us that in which cities or states in the United States are you going to launch this product in the first phase?
Well, Shalini, we're absolutely excited to launch Royal Ranthambore whiskey in the US. In fact, not only in US, at the moment it's available in 6 countries, and we are expanding rapidly in the rest of the world as well. Coming specific to US, at the moment it's available in 11 states, and going forward we plan to extend it across US market. In terms of our key consumers, anyone who drinks spirit, more specifically, anyone who drinks whiskey. So this is a fantastic whiskey, which is essentially Scotch malts and Indian grain whiskey, an easy drinking whiskey with a lot of flavors, aroma, and you would feel happy drinking it.
Sanjeev, while launching this product, what did you have in your mind? Did you have in mind only the Indian diaspora or consumers cutting across nationalities?
No, we love the Indian diaspora, but then all our brands, whether it is Rampur, Jaisalmer, or now Royal Ranthambore, they are for the mainstream consumers. We're not, so to say, racist or prefer anyone. It's for all people who love to enjoy their drinks. So it's for the mainstream as well as the Indian diaspora.
As you know, Sanjeev, that the consumers in United States mostly like bourbons and scotches. So how do you intend to attract them towards Royal Ranthambore whiskey? And what plans do you have for promoting it?
Well, we've always believed in a statement that we share, liquid to lips, and from lips it goes to your heart. So the key is for any new brand or any new spirit, one has to make people, consumers, taste it. Once they like the taste, they fall in love and start buying it and stocking it and sharing it with their friends. So, exactly what we've done with our other brands, we are conducting a series of tasting sessions with Royal Ranthambore, and the initial response has been extremely positive. A lot of people, a lot of trade, and a lot of restaurants and bars have also listed it. They've liked it. So it's just the beginning of the journey. And we do hope the American and the rest of the world consumers will fall in love with the Royal Ranthambore as they have fallen in love with Rampur and Jaisalmer.
Thanks, Sanjeev, for taking out time and be with us on News This Week.
Thank you so much, Shalini. Always a pleasure.
Guests at the Leela Bharatiya City, Bangalore will now be able to treat themselves to a signature wine titled Falak Reserve. Inspired by the hotel's recently launched restaurant Falak, the wine is crafted by the hotel in association with Grover Zampa Vineyard. It is made by aging young Chardonnay and Cabernet Shiraz in oak wood barrels for over a year to give them a perfect structure and well-balanced tasting notes. The complex and well-balanced wine has pronounced aromas of red berries and cherries, perfumed with floral notes of violets and potpourri roses. Falak Reserve complements the Indian cuisine well. If you love the famous South African cream liqueur Amarula, then you will definitely enjoy Amarula African Gin. The brand owned by Distel claims that this is the first and only gin made from a spirit distilled from wild hand-harvested marula fruit. Skillfully crafted, the gin has already bagged its first award, a gold standard in Gin Masters 2022 Super Premium category. The spirit, whether 43% alcohol by volume or ready mixed, is consistently gaining ground and tempting consumers away from other more mainstream alcohol beverages. The launch of the new drink comes close on the heels of a vegan variant of its cream liqueur called Amarula Vegan, targeting the growing number of consumers that are adopting plant-based diets. The British are known equally for their humor and their love to commemorate events. So, how could they let the exit of the Prime Minister Boris Johnson go without a commemorative tipple? Online spirits retailer Caskshare has launched a new blended malt whiskey to mark the end of Boris Johnson's tenure called The Big Lie. The tongue-in-cheek whiskey will be sourced from an unknown location, aged from an unknown amount of time, which the retailer claims will mirror the ambiguity of Johnson's time in office. Customers can pre-order exclusively on caskshare.com to ensure they receive a bottle in time for Boris' departure. The Big Lie will have an abundantly fruity nose and packed with Partygate flavors including champagne, cheese and finishing with red wine, states their press release. And now the news you all have been waiting for long. Details of the Spiritz Selections Award Night. The Alcobev Industries' most awaited and highly regarded Spiritz Selection 2022 award ceremony concluded with a colorful celebration at the Leela Ambience Gurugram in the presence of foreign dignitaries, industry leaders and other esteemed guests from the Alcobev and hospitality sectors. These awards were extra special because they marked the creation of a new competition category, Japanese sake. The rice-based Japanese liquor has now been recognized as an integral part of the Indian alcobev brands community. The evening saw celebrations as guests raised glasses to the winners from different segments of alcobev drinks. The event concluded with the resolution to return in 2023 with a revised schedule and plenty of surprises for India's alcobev sector. If you missed being a part of the event, we welcome you to visit our digital TV channel Spiritz TV or book your copy of Spiritz magazine's upcoming issue to get a feel of the spirited evening. The countdown for Spiritz Achievers Awards 2022 to be held in November has already started, and the Spiritz team is hard at work to make the forthcoming event memorable. With this, I wrap up today's bulletin. I hope you enjoyed the roundup on week's development. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. I will be back next week with the fresh updates for you. Till then, stay safe and say cheers with care.